think that's how Hawks fans are going to be feeling when it's all said and done, Spurs fans.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. I recently did a video about our Spurs called The Perfect Tank. And in this video, I had discovered, because I had forgotten, that the picks we got from the Atlanta Hawks were unprotected. And it really made me think, now that we're about a year removed, this Dejounte Murray trade really worked out for the San Antonio Spurs. When it first happened, I looked like that. I was like, we traded away Dejounte Murray, our best player. But now hindsight's been 2020, and I am glad that we made the move. While I'm doing this video, drop a comment down below. Looking back, are you happy we made this trade, or you think Dejounte should have stayed with the Spurs? Hit that thumbs up if you like to support the channel, and subscribe for more Spurs content. All right, let me just get into why we're doing this. So, with this trade, I mentioned first rounders. Well, the Spurs got a whole bunch of first rounders. The Hawks, of course, got Dejounte Murray. The Spurs got a first round pick that is protected, Charlotte, so that's going to roll over to next season. But as far as the Hawks go, 2025 first round pick, the 2027 first round pick, and a pick swap in 2026. And none of those picks of the Hawks are protected. That means if the Hawks were going to get the #1 pick overall, whoosh, reel it in, because that's going to be the San Antonio Spurs. Now, as far as the Atlanta Hawks go, what did they get? Well, they got Dejounte Murray. And in the 2 years he's been there, he hasn't really done anything special. This season, his points per game, his rebounds, his assists, and his steals were down from his prior year with the San Antonio Spurs. He's got 1 year left on his contract. There's no guarantee he's going to re-sign with Atlanta. This could end up being a 2-year rental with no championship. I can't see them winning next season. And you gave up a lot of picks for this player. Also, recently, his attitude has not been the best. I'm not here to throw shade at him, but there's been some social media stuff, and what happened in the there's just been some stuff that hasn't looked presented well upon his character. Trae Young, this backcourt is supposed to be the Batman and Robin. Trae Young, he is under contract until 2026, but we're seeing a lot of rumors about him possibly being traded. And if DJ and Trae are gone, this team is going to regress, something that I didn't realize until doing this video they are already doing. Spurs fans, we take a look at the Atlanta Hawks the last few seasons. This year with Dejounte Murray, you thought they would get better, right? No, actually they got a little worse. They were 41-41, lost in the first round of the playoffs. Last season they were 43-39, lost in the first round of the playoffs. And then the prior year to that, in 2020, they were 41-31 and made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. This is a team that is regressing. You're going the wrong way. You're supposed to be getting better, not worse. If Dejounte Murray doesn't stay with this team, if Trae Young ends up getting traded, this team could be a lottery team sooner than later. They were a lottery team not that long ago when they were 20-47 in 2019. I don't know what's going to happen. This is a really interesting situation for the Spurs because we have a ton of picks, and if this Atlanta Hawks team just blows up and falls apart, and all those picks that we got from them turn into lottery picks or high picks, not only is that going to be extremely detrimental to the Atlanta Hawks' future, but that's going to be amazing for the San Antonio Spurs. They've already benefited too from him being traded by getting the first pick overall in this year's draft. So if they convey other picks if the Atlanta Hawks picks convey into lottery picks, first round picks, we could have a lottery pick draft capital, a lot of it for that matter, over the next few seasons, while having a generational talent like Victor Wembanyama, if they do draft him, which we all expect at this point, although Scoot Henderson's making his case, well, he should be #1. This is why I kind of want to do the video, not to throw shade at him. Hey, best of luck to you. Get off the social media. But the benefits of this trade to the San Antonio Spurs, I didn't realize how big it was until now. Now that is being, fueled by us having the first round pick this season, the first overall pick. But I'm like, man, with all the draft capital they have, the #1 overall pick this year, and then if the Hawks blow up, if this just doesn't work, one more slide, if this blows up and it's not looking like it's going to work out, we could be getting a lot of first round picks and lottery picks in the future. Can you just imagine if it blows up for the Hawks and then they have the first overall pick in 2025 and that goes to the San Antonio Spurs, and then we have another big talent to put with our young guys. I mean, it's exciting. The Spurs really pulled off a great trade here. I didn't like it when it happened. I was a DJ guy. Yeah, I wasn't his biggest fan, but I believe he was a Spur, so I believed in him like any player on the team. I was like, hey, he made the All-Star team. This guy's our future. What's building around him? Oh, he's not on the team anymore. Well, crap. I don't know if I like that. Worked out in the end. I don't think this is going to work out in Atlanta unless they add another piece. Clearly, what they're doing, for whatever reason, is not quite working. I've seen some of you say, "What?" By the way, bring Dejounte back to the Spurs. I'm going to pass. If he stayed off the social media, didn't have that little altercation with the ref, if he just had a nice clean, nothing controversial, no takes on the Twitter about the Spurs, I'd be like, all right, maybe we could bring him back. But at this point, good luck to you. It's a good. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Last season may have been rough, but it's a good time to be a Spurs fan. And my goodness, I don't know if you guys looked on the YouTubes. There are so many channels that are covering the Spurs that have maybe have never touched them before, just maybe dabbled in them. I can't believe all the Spurs videos I'm now seeing coming up. I mean, as far as regular Spurs video, there was myself, there was Clan, there was, I think SSPN still does videos quite on the regular, DC. And I think correct me if I'm wrong, that's about the four of us that were doing Spurs content pretty much on the regular the last year. But now the Spurs videos that have exploded all over YouTube, I'm like, this is good. Just don't please forget about the four of us. We've been here through the lean times. I know you guys won't, but I'm hoping YouTube doesn't bury us in the algorithm as bigger channels start to embracing our Spurs, even though they previously never cared about them. I don't know where I'm going with this. Just don't forget the little guys. That's all I got. But I can't wait to see what happens moving forward in Atlanta. I think we may have fleeced you on this one. What do you think, Spurs fans? Did we fleece them on this overall? Hawks fans, if you're still watching at this point, was this kind of a fleece job? 2 first-rounders and a pick swap, unprotected? I think it kind of was. That's all I got. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, go Spurs, go!
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal.